Well, good morning. This is Hiro. Okay, what we're going to do today is to go back to some of the stuff we did earlier this year. Actually, it would be the two chapters that's going to be combined to one. I think they were both single plant that was divided. And so what I'm going to do today is to show you the steps. The olives has the tendency to sucker at the base. So what we're going to do is to cut these off. And then up here, we want to go horizontal. So things that are going up, we cut off. So instead of trying to finish it in one or two shots, we just take these slow and easy. Okay? And now it doesn't have to be exact. One of the things I will do is, because it's been over a month, I'm going to feed these. So usually when I do these major repotting where the roots get disturbed, I wait at least a month before feeding. You know, these olives love the heat, and it's going to be another 100 degrees. This is the other half. Remember, this was my split style that got split. Okay, so I'm going to take these suckers off. I'm not going to spend a lot of time trying to get rid of these little ones because they don't interfere. These, when they get tall, they can't interfere with the development of the tree. So basically, I'm just cutting those off. And then up here, like up here, see these that's going like that? We'll cut these low, and then we're trying to get this branch to go this way. Don't need something like this. So now we're just guiding it in the direction we want. Now we're not trying to finish anything. This is just a development stage and to have it recover. So this one too will be fed. I'm going to actually feed it fairly heavy because we want it to kind of really grow back severely, well, not severely, but vigorously, and then we could cut again. So a good bonsai should be growing vigorously and then constantly being cut in the direction we want. That way we could avoid all this wiring and things like that. Occasionally I'll use a string to guide it, but a lot of times you just let it grow vigorously and then keep. This one was sort of the Niwaki that I think we did the split. I hope it's this one. I have so many, and I've been doing so many of these videos that I kind of forget what I'm doing sometimes. That's okay. But anyway, just cut off these, and we're trying to guide it along as flat as we can on the branches. And then over here, see, so you don't have to spend a lot of time at this stage. We're just trying to develop the material as good as we can. I'm going to have to spend a little bit more time up here, the apex area. I'm losing definition and I'm trying to get it back. So I see why it looked so busy. There was things that were starting to grow on the trunk. And when you have growth on the trunk, then those are unnecessary branches unless you wanted to create a new branch. So that's what I'm doing now. I think it's getting a little better. Maybe you need to go. See how it was sort of undefined up here? It was kind of too many branches, mainly because it's growing off the main trunk. Thing on this, let's just cut it back. All these are coming back nice and healthy, so all of them will get fed today. So watch your fertilizing right after you do something major like a repotting. Try not to use your fertilizer. Sometimes it could work against you. You could see that this is coming along. This here may or may not be needed, but I figure at this stage it's okay to leave it. Olives love the heat. So, well, we've been having some unusual weather where we've had record heat when we shouldn't be. It's already crossed the 100-degree mark a number of times. And these thrive. They grow like gangbusters. Well, that's why it's so much. Well, it wasn't that long ago I did these, right? And it has grown tremendously and will continue to do so throughout the summer. The only thing you have to make sure is it gets watered. If you don't get watered, bad things can happen. There's usually the other day when I was doing the editing, I saw something in here that, well, I'll share with you. Now, this is starting to look pretty good. It's tall. It's got a massive base. It's got a massive base like that, right? And then it goes up. And it's not a bad tree. Better than it was being a Niwaki. It gets cut off here and then go up this and create a new apex. Now, what's the reasoning behind that? Well, if you look at the massive trunk and you go up, the shorter it is, the bigger that trunk is going to feel. Now, after doing that, something drastic has to happen with the secondary, right? I could cut it off and make it into a single trunk or keep it, but it also has to be reduced. So what I'm thinking is, not again, we're going to have to air layer. The top is actually looking pretty good, so air layering would be a pretty good idea. And on the olive, air layering should work easily. So I'm thinking of air layering and cutting it down to that lower branch. And since we've already seen doing this a number of times, I'll go ahead and do it and show you the finished product. Okay, I got this thing done. And so today's project was revisiting what we've done in the past. Well, not that long ago, only a few months ago. And this big one will become 3 plants. So one plant has become, what, 4? Was it or 5? Was there one more? To the left is the one that I did the split, and the bigger one that is going to become shorter. So I think that in the next couple of years, we're going to have some really nice, unique material. So anyway, this is Hiro saying goodbye. I'll see you again in another chapter. And hopefully we can do more of these where we kind of check on the progress. Because bonsai is a long process. And as long as you enjoy watching it, I'll keep making them. So thank you so much for watching. Please tell your friends and subscribe. See you again real soon.